What's something the internet killed that you miss? BBS systems. When I was a kid there were local bulletin board systems. We chatted, we left messages, arranged Doom death matches and played door games. Then you'd see those people in real life, at school and user meetups. It was all local. That's how I met my husband. We met through his BB when we were 16. Been married now 18 years, together for 23 years. I miss the feeling of walking into a Blockbuster but still appreciate the convenience of streaming. I did Blockbuster's attempt to compete with Netflix DVD mailings. It was awesome because they let me bring a mail disc into the store and exchange it for a free rental. They would send the NES disc when it was scanned at the store, so I was never without something. I didn't miss a new release for about 2 years. Just going over to your friend's house or the park unannounced to see if they were there and hang out. I miss this. When you had to physically go hunt your friend down and link all the clues you had together. Like, well, her mom said she left for the corner store like 10 minutes ago, but her bike is parked at the river so she probably took X path to get there and blah 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 until you found them. Lol. Being off the grid. Internet and cell phones ruined it. Nothing stresses me out more than a string of texts in the morning. I feel like I have to check it in case it's work related. Email used to be fun. Now it's just a series of people needing something from me or trying to sell me something. Maybe I'm just an old cranky man. Nintendo Power. Oh man. I had a subscription for a year as a present. I still remember reading about the winning config in a custom Robo Journey. Had an absolute blast reading every one. Don, T remember what happened to M though. Photo albums. My parents have all these awesome albums from when they were kids, and then when they got married and then from my childhood. I love leafing through them when I'm at their house. My own photos are all on Facebook or Instagram and it's not the same at all. Snapfish, Walgreens, etc. let you get prints of digital photos. They aren't always as detailed as 35mm prints but work pretty well. User-generated web content with no thought to advertising, search engine optimization, monetizing. SEO is an industry I would love to see die in a fire. It has the worst incentives. It encourages people to make garbage content stuffed with keywords and other tricks. I've seen people here on Reddit complain about how recipe sites have lots of bullshit fluff content, that is entirely due to SEO. It also encourages an entire scam industry of people who claim to know all the new tricks whenever Google decides to change their opaque processes/algorithms. I've seen small business owners fork over thousands of dollars for SEO. Yeah, screw SEO. Yard sales, garage sales and flea markets. People still have them, but it's way harder to find stuff at a good price. eBay and Amazon have ruined that, because everybody just looks up what things are selling for. And sometimes eBay is ridiculously inflated. I found a rare Nerf gun that we had been looking for at a flea market once, and the lady was charging $150, because that was the going rate on eBay. People are always selling action figures in crappy condition for $20, because they don't realize that price is mint in box, and all of the arms and legs are required. Like, I just wanna grab a TMNT toy for my kids. I'm not paying $20 for your broken toy. It used to be about persistence and digging up a good deal somewhere. Now, I may as well just buy it off of eBay. The cost is the same and my house smells better than most of the people at the flea markets. AOL chatrooms. Around 2006-ish, the internet moved from being a way to talk to new people to a way to keep talking to people you already know. That's super useful and all, but there was a lot to be said for building friendships with total strangers who you only knew by a username, but would still chat to every night. It was part of the internet of discovery rather than the internet of familiarity. I miss it, at times. It was nice to have it be so easy to build those connections. My dad says he misses having arguments with friends which could only be resolved by phoning whoever was most knowledgeable on a subject. For example, did you know lightning travels upwards? No, it goes down. Let's phone your dad, he's a meteorologist. I miss that, the sense of wonderment and imagining how something could work. Now, I can instantly end it with a search. I also miss the simplicity of doing something. For so many things, I find myself researching the multitude of ways to tackle something and feeling overwhelmed. Before, it would be one way, from a book. Video game secrets. It was really cool hearing kids talk about if you beat every person in a row without losing, you fight a secret boss in Street Fighter 2. And the only way you'd actually know for sure is if it happened in front of you. And being the first to speed news of secrets and Easter eggs among your group of friends. Now you can look up whatever you want to know, and where to find any object in almost every game there is. I miss playground rumors. And when games had genuine mystery. Like many people, I'm often nostalgic for the feeling of brick-and-mortar rental stores. I can't describe the joy I felt walking into a Blockbuster on a Friday night hoping the new movie I wanted to rent wasn't sold out. And getting overpriced movie snacks while waiting in line. Catalogs. Haven't seen anyone post that yet. I remember flipping through the JCPenney Christmas catalog and circling stuff for my wish list. Also, Bass Pro Shops and Sears had some really cool outdoor gear and tools that was fun to look through. This weekend my wife and I went apartment hunting in a super rural area that had no listings posted online. We popped into a real estate office and talked to someone there about apartment rentals. They just sold houses, but they gave us a few names and numbers of friends they had that did rentals. One was the owner of a lumber supply shop, so we followed the real estate guy's directions up the street, turn at the bank, go through a light and turn to the right to the lumber yard. The owner was busy, so we spoke with the guy there behind the counter. He said the owner didn't have anything available at the moment but gave us more friends' numbers to call. It was like doing detective work in the 80s. We found a nice place and made arrangements for the lease all in one day. Kinda made me appreciate the days before instant gratification of online house hunting. Event planning/announcements didn't rely on Facebook. I mean, social media was in full swing by the time I was 19, so I only speak of teenage/childhood memories, but I feel like when event planning involved phone calling, texting, and speaking to each other face to face, you really had mutual connection from people who were as into the idea as you were. Nowadays someone ticks that damn maybe, interested, or yes button or says oh sweet I'll get back to you in Messenger, and that's the last you hear from them until they don't show anyways. And yes, I'm bitter from being on the receiving end of many people doing that. If you were exceedingly dumb or had terrible ideas, your reach was really only your direct circle of friends. Now idiots can broadcast their ideas across the planet with a click. The village idiots have gone global.